Welcome to the Annie Jennings PR Real Stories of Success podcast series. Annie Jennings is the creator of the most powerful radio campaign in the country, where you are booked on high-impact shows in top markets, as well as the famous pay-for-placement national TV, print, and online media program, where she offers guaranteed deliverables across the board. My name is Stacey Amaral Kaufman. I'm radio director for Annie Jennings PR, and today we are sharing another real story of success to give listeners an inside look into what it's like to work with Annie Jennings PR. And we'd like to welcome Katherine Agranovich, PhD. She's author of Tales of My Large, Loud, Spiritual Family, Finding Peace, Purpose, and Healing in the Chaos of Daily Life. And she was heard on over 400 radio stations during her top market national radio campaign. That includes major media outlets such as Fox News Radio, CBS Radio, iHeartMedia, and in big cities like Boston, Philadelphia, Denver, Seattle, just to name a few. So Katherine is joining us today to talk about her experience in working with Annie and her radio team. Welcome, Katherine.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Stacey.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. And so, quick question that I wanted to kick off this conversation with. I received an email, and this is why I asked you to come join us. I received an email from you several weeks ago, and this was the email. It was fantastic, awesome, great. Like, that is exactly what you put in the email itself. Talk to us about what you were feeling when you wrote that.
Just this intense excitement that you guys are, Annie Jennings and you, Stacey and Jason, I call you miracle workers, and you definitely over-delivered. I had shows. I was barely catching up with you booking me on the shows. I had to constantly adjust my schedule. It was very exciting. This fast speed momentum, it was exhilarating feeling to be able to express my message, share my message on the national radio, and just the whole process felt natural and easy and comfortable. And it was just me catching up and, just kind of catching my breath. You were always ahead of me. It's like, come on, another one, new topic, new idea. It was just the whole thing was so exciting. I did not expect that at all.
Well, good, because it's our job to exceed expectations. I think you answered that just a little bit in your response there, but did your experience exceed it? When you signed on with Annie, you signed on for a specific number, a guaranteed number of interviews. Did you ever think you were going to be heard on so many radio stations?
I did not. I had no idea what to expect. I've never had anything like this. It was my first experience to be on the radio and have this kind of campaign. So I had no expectations. I was nervous and curious at the same time, but everything it was the right fit for the hosts and the shows in my message. So I felt welcomed and comfortable by hosts in those radio stations. It was so natural, and it made me, through the whole process, I think, a better healer, more clear and deliberate about my message, what is really my main point I'm trying to share with people. It just laser sharp clear. And I think without working with professionals, with a team of professionals, I would not gain that clarity in such a short period of time.
And I wanted to talk to you about, you just mentioned you're a little nervous when you're first going on. Let's talk about our radio media training, working with Jason. How was that? Did you feel very comfortable, prepared? And you also mentioned, talking about your message and how we were able to fit it into the socially relevant headlines of the day and what was going on. So tell us about your radio media training, but also maybe how were you surprised to find that what you were out there, what your mission was, applied to so many?
Right. Well, when I had media training with Jason, we did a rehearsal. We kind of did the mock interview. And what I loved about it, first of all, great insights and great training tools. But he told me, we're going to start slow. We're going to build your confidence and take it easy and start slow. And that gave me this great sense of kind of reassurance. Okay, I don't need to jump from the cliff without knowing how to swim. I am going to be guided gently and slowly and gradually as I'm building my confidence. And that's exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. And the messages that I was just excited that they're relevant, they're acute messages on empowering parenting and mind and body alignment and healing aspect, emotional aspect of healing journey. Those messages people ready to receive, and they are accurate and acute in our society today.
And so you felt socially relevant. You felt like what you had to say mattered.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when you've gone through the campaign, as you've kind of wrapped up this round, because I know you're doing more radio with us, of course, so we're excited for that. But have you noticed any uptick in your social media or website or anything like that in terms of your online communities?
Yeah, I noticed a lot more likes and people viewing the pages, and on Twitter also. Some media names following me, and I don't know much about media at all and those names, but I noticed kind of they felt significant, those people following me. So I did notice that, definitely.
Good. And what was it initially about Annie herself? Because Annie, of course, talks to everybody that walks through our doors at Annie Jennings PR to get to know them and know their messaging and understand what it is you would like to achieve, your goals and objectives. What was it about her that made you want to sign on with the company?
Yeah, absolutely. When I talked to different publicists before, I had conversations, they kind of focused more who I am not, like credential-wise or my message-wise, kind of, oh, we cannot do that cannot happen. And Annie, right away, she focused on my strong aspects of who I am and the credentials in a way that, yes, it could be delivered. And the message, yes, it could be molded and shaped in a way that it's deliverable and relatable to people. So instead of kind of focusing on my weaknesses as a client, she just shined the spotlight on my strengths and start building upon them. And I think that was what really made me appreciate her approach and maybe want to work with her.
Well, and of course the whole guarantee thing helps too, I'm sure.
Yes, well, that was a plus, yeah. So it takes sense of reassurance too. But it was not the main. I have to be honest with you. It was not the main point. It was that I trusted her. She got me, and she believed in me, and that was the most important thing for me.
Well, she knows what she's doing. If she'll trust and believe you, she knows what we can do in terms of, as she mentioned initially in your initial conversation, what you're talking about now, what your strengths are, how we can use those and leverage what you have, kind of your life's work into helping people and what they need right now. You never know who is listening and who needs to hear your message at that very moment in their lives. So we thank you for choosing us to share that message and get out there. And like I said, we are going to look forward to doing some more work with you. Right. And I want to tell our listeners that they can learn all about Dr. Katherine Agranovich, again, author of Tales of My Large, Loud Spiritual Family, Finding Peace, Purpose, and Healing in the Chaos of Daily Life. You can see her at achievehealthcenter.com. That's achievehealthcenter.com. Katherine, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Okay.
Wonderful. Well, I really appreciate it. Yeah, very good. Very good. Thank you so much. I always love.
So it came from the heart. So it was, yeah.
I know, it really did, and I just thank you for that.
And when the time kind of were running out, we were done with campaign. I just was present to how I am not ready to end it. I just don't want to stop it. It just feels so good, and I just feel like I'm just starting, and I was not ready to stop. So that's why I kind of said, no, wait, even if we have to take it slow, but let's continue, let's keep on going,
Well, we are happy to do it. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So this podcast is presented by Annie Jennings of the national publicity firm Annie Jennings PR and the creator of Jennings Wire Online Magazine. For more information on how you too can experience national media success and guaranteed deliverables, please visit AnnieJenningsPR.com. Till next time.